too heavy.
But he's been the most dangerous for victory. He's the one that's got him behind. It's a save from the Angelis. Toivonen just stood and watched. Not interested. I think if he makes a run towards that cross, I'm not sure Janjetovic would come.
Troisi straight into the tackle of Bacchus. Antonis. Ziegler. Toivonen. Switching on to Troisi. Back to Toivonen! Victory get their goal! And Ola Toivonen becomes the first Victory player to score in 5 consecutive games.
And you see when he decides to up the level, the quality of the man. I mean, it's a brilliant goal, and it's a sucker punch for the Wanderers, who battled so hard in this first half. But what about the quality of it? Antonis the ball into Toivonen, who clicks into gear, lays it to Troisi. Troisi does well, but look at the run from Toivonen, just continues. And it was all about the pass. Could Troisi find the right weight on the pass? And he could. No touch needed. Dispatches that into the back of the net. Brilliant.
Ola Toivonen finds the back of the net again. And after you called for him to commit to that header a moment ago, Robbie, you just saw when he took possession there a greater sense of we're on here, we're a chance. And it means that he is the difference as we head into 4 additional minutes, factoring in that we had the 3-minute concussion protocol for Oriol Riera early in the half. Wanderers want an instant reply, and it is Riera who cannot get his header on the target.
Yeah, attacks the ball well, but there's 2 defenders there doing enough to put him off. There's the leap. Roxon just stood his ground, so it's not an easy one.
6 goals in 8 games now for Ola Toivonen, while finding fitness and having a bit of a break after the World Cup meant that he didn't quite come crashing into the team from round 1. Since arriving on the pitch, he has delivered exactly what Victory fans would have hoped. That is goals and more goals.
You know, it was a strike right through the heart of the defence, wasn't it? And I think that's what Babel will probably be looking at. It just was too easy in the end to play a little ball like through that and be in front of the goalkeeper, central, nearly on the edge of the 6-yard box. He wasn't going to miss.
Marcus Babel, another difficult team talk at halftime coming up.
But that's the difference, you know, and the Wanderers have done well. They've dominated possession. They created chances which they should have taken very early in this match. Since then, not really. A lot of corners, a lot of set pieces, but Victory show, even when they're not at their best, they have the quality at any time to strike.
Toivonen dispossessed here. Bacchus, Ziegler, given away in a dangerous position. Troisi, a cannon. Deflected off Storm Roux, nearly back to Troisi. A bit helter-skelter as Wanderers try to escape. Barmjohan guides it to Kamau. Bruce Kamau not able to outfox Storm Roux, who came over from right back to help out. Troisi, Toivonen, a lone hand up top, and buys a foul.
Seeing that with Kamau, he comes inside and he does that regularly now. When I first started watching Kamau, he always wanted to get around the back of people, and that was the perfect opportunity. Corey Brown isolated. You know, as a winger, you've got to try and get around the back of your fullback. I know you've got to mix it up, but I think once he comes inside there, the fullback's very happy.
And so into the last minute of the allocated 4. Western Sydney copped 2 goals in quick succession on New Year's Day. Can Victory do something similar here right at the end of the half? Eldridge. All of his run and rebound in this game has dried up, perhaps coinciding with Melbourne Victory starting to get a foothold back in general play. He Foul will go Victory's way here. Bonavacia, the offender. This will take us to the end of stoppage time, so they'll have time for the free kick, Victory. You're going to have to execute just about perfectly to avoid the referee's whistle. Going backwards, an open invitation for Jared Gillett to whistle for half-time, where Ola Toivonen has scored for the 5th straight game. A feat that no other going to bend and stay in. Akbari tried to pull off a nutmeg. Not able to do so against Russell.
Just needs to hold the ball there, Akbari, and he's put Wanderers on the attack. Madjock will certainly give you a lot of energy and very direct.
Was isolated there and had to wait for teammates to get forward, one of whom is Keanu Bacchus. And over to Barmjohan, legged, penalty! Wanderers get their way back into the game. And Stormroux, faked out by Barmjohan, legged him and sends Western Sydney to the spot.
Well, he misjudges the cross, Stormroux, but once he's misjudged it, he's just got to leave it. I'm not going to overturn this. Ball float, it's coming from a long way. Even if he just turns and allows Barmjohan to take the ball, and then he's got his arms already out, it's clearly there's contact, and it's enough for a penalty. That's poor play from Stormroux.
Really was only contact with the arm. The legs didn't clash in the end, or they did, knee to knee.
And the arm out as well. It's clearly a penalty.
The decision indeed is upheld. Stormroux, who you may have heard Kevin Muscat shouting his name viciously.
It all comes down from Akbari, right down in the far corner, not holding on to the ball. And well played to the Wanderers.
All the pressure on Barmjohan. Lawrence Thomas has been impassable so far. Not anymore. Barmjohan draws Wanderers level. They have a foothold in the game. And on a night where scoring looked like it was going to be so difficult, at last they break through.
Well, of course, Riera missed his last one, didn't he, against Melbourne City, saved by Galekovic, and this time it's Barmjohan who takes the penalty and dispatches it with confidence. Clear penalty, no problem. Look at that, nice and confident. He goes the right way, Thomas, but there's too much power and perfect placement for him to get there.
Wanderers fans celebrating. It's been such a tough week for the fans. The casuals, the RBB alike, and the ones that are here are now hoping to see the team go on with it. Barmjohan's equaliser at last in game number 4, the first Western Sydney goal at ANZ Stadium against Melbourne Victory. They had to go to the penalty spot to get it, but now it sets up a big last 15 minutes, and where Melbourne Victory may have been just starting to think about what minute they start to strangle the life out of the game, they now have to energise and go and try and win it again. Wanderers having made 2 attacking changes, linking up here Fitzgerald and Majok. Perhaps think about a rare win against the Navy Blue. They have won just 4 of 19 head-to-heads in the Hyundai A-League. Wanderers against Melbourne Victory. Antonis, good touch. Roux trying to redeem himself after giving away the penalty. Drags the pass to Antonis. Barmjohan send Antonis to the ground. After winning a penalty at one end, he avoids conceding one at the other.
They seem to go down easy. Here we are, we'll have a look at it. Here he comes in. See too much there, to be honest.
He knew what he was doing because he's pulled his arm out. They just touch and then he quickly pulls his arm away. And now, yellow card here at mid-pitch for Oriol Riera. So Riera goes into the book and becomes the first Wanderer to pick up a card tonight. Wanderers fans finding their voice.
There's so many balls into the penalty area. Western Sydney Wanderers, and it was always going to take that kind of mistake, individual mistake. It was Storm Roo who committed it.
Elridge clatters Troisi here. Free kick taken quickly by Barbarouses. Toivonen. Brown. Troisi. Flicked on by Barbarouses. Neat 1-2. It's Costa Barbarouses. And Jedivic got his body behind it.
Yeah, and his positioning right. Comfortable save in the end. Barbarouses pulling the trigger just outside the penalty area.
Aerial duel. Victory's way, and Akbari. Flicked on. The ground there was Ziegler. Troisi. Hamel winning the header against Barbarouses. Majok. Bonavacia. Heard the shout of Baumjohann. And now trying to release Fitzgerald, and the speedster has Lawrence Thomas off his line. The net's open. Fitzgerald, can he steady? Denied! Great header off the line. Impromptu goalkeeping, and who else? Lee Broxham standing in the way once again. There is nothing he can't do. No role he can't fulfill.
Well, he just senses danger. And you could say, does Fitzgerald look... Did he look like he was going to score? But Lawrence Thomas, I'm not sure what he thought was thinking. Coming off his line, that distance, and he's got away with it. And the key for him was once he got there to not commit a foul.
Wanderers encouraged. Victory perhaps a little nervous here. Keanu Bacchus loading up. Blocked by the near man. Russell. Underhit pass. Victory trying to get away. They can't. Lee Broxham, midfield, left back, right back, centre back, and even goalkeeper. He's done it all. And it keeps the game level. Can Victory respond the other way? Fancy both teams to go for it here. Context of the season. Victory trying to go back to the top of the league.
Antonis there with the pass with the outside of his boot. Really, at this point, it's not the time for that kind of pass. Simple one with the inside of the foot. They're under pressure. They need to try and keep the ball when they get it. Well, that will help them. You see it cross from Tate Russell. What was Lawrence Thomas thinking? There, does well Fitzgerald. Big chance. Trying for the far corner and hits it central. Plenty of time. I think he'd be disappointed he didn't score there.
Here's a look from inside the net. Lee Broxham set himself, read the ball. It's a good stoop to win the header as well. Perfect timing. Rain now falling as we tick into the final 10 minutes of regulation. Baumjohann, the quick sidestep, and Majok is offside. Flag goes up.
Oh, must have been close. What a ball from Baumjohann. I just criticised Antonis for an outside of the boot pass, but that was perfect. Well, nearly perfect. He's offside, but brilliant from Baumjohann.
Abraham Majok, who had such a brilliant NYL season last year as Wanderers ended up claiming that title. He was nearly through there for what would have been a one-on-one, and a great chance to score his first A-League goal. Melbourne Victory have seen the signs. They're going to make a sub, and it's going to be Raul Baena's return to the team. Scored last time Victory played Wanderers, and he's coming on here with a job to do, replacing Terry Antonis. So it is a return for Raul Baena, and he's involved straight away. That's a non-clearance at the edge of the box. Toivonen was there, didn't really contest the ball. Elridge did. He gets it away. Roosters. Ziegler to Keanu Bacchus. Russell's pass. Deng won the intercept. Now, hold up play from Riera. Ambitious back heel, hoping Fitzgerald can connect. The assistant referee is flagging, which will put a halt to play.